Everybody, to another episode of the Do Hard Things podcast. I'm Jay Teagues, and I have with me in studio the lovely Angie Petrain. How you doing this morning, Angie?
Good morning. It's Monday. I'm here. I'm showered. I have makeup on. Life is good.
Well, you're 2 steps ahead of me because I am not showered, nor do I have my makeup on yet. But the day is young. You're an hour ahead of me, though. So you got it's time change this weekend. Plus, you're on the East Coast. So
Yeah.
is it 7 o'clock there?
It is 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Gosh, I love being able to do the show at 7. I'm not gonna lie. It's great.
When you get back, will you be able to move it to 7?
No, because I gotta be at work at 7.
Well,
That's why we do it at 6.
Oh, well, I'm glad it worked out. Well, hey, welcome back. We're in the giving season right now. I mean, it should be giving season all year round, right? But it's top of mind because it's Thanksgiving. You know, they started putting out, they remind you about the giving and end of July because that's when they start putting out Christmas stuff. But really at the end of Halloween, that's usually when you start seeing all the Christmas lights really popping up and whatnot. Yeah. And we're in the season of giving. And all year round should be a season of giving, but we're really hyper focused. It's on our mental dashboard right now, right? Because of all the holiday spirit. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, we want to talk about the topic of gratitude and giving. I know recently you had a few conversations about, what are some ways to give? We talk about gratitude, but how do you actually do that consistently? And this morning, we're going to talk about a simple framework, the 4 A's of appreciation. I saw this on the Brian Tracy talks about this. He has a podcast, he's an author. And I thought it was a very simple framework because what we want to do is we want to put gratitude on our mental dashboard. So it's something that we engage in more often. And the 4 A's is just a simple framework. So you keep it top of mind as you go through your day and maybe start your morning routine with intentionality. You might make a little list of, who am I going to execute one of these A's with? And, it'll just help. And that's what it's talk about. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, but before we get into today's topic, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you're notified of future episodes. And leave us a review. Apple is, where you leave all the reviews. They go a really long way. Got a couple messages this week about, hey, we just ran into your podcast. Really appreciate it. And the reviews enable us when people are searching for a good podcast. Hey, the Do Hard Things podcast might fall in their lap, and people really enjoy it. So the audience is growing, and we appreciate you being here. And hey, share it with a friend if you know someone out there that's looking for something positive to put between their ears. Send this podcast their way. This episode is sponsored by the Lions Guide Leadership Academy. The Lions Guide is a veteran-owned and operated leadership development company that consists of online courses. So it's like Netflix of personal development when it comes to leadership. We offer group training, one-on-one training, and in-person workshops. I'm the high-performance development director there. We believe that leadership solves most of your problems. And there are 3 core areas that we focus on: knowing yourself, leading yourself, and leading teams. And I host the Forge, which is the high performance. It's the high performance group of the curriculum there. And we offer network frameworks and challenges and accountability. There's a book club. So if you want to learn more, go to lionsguide.com and go check it out. And we'd love to have you be a part of it. We're also brought to you by Do Hard Things Apparel, Do Hard Things Nation. You go to dohardthingsnation.com if you want to learn more about the awesome apparel that we have. We also have a Facebook group, community events. And with the new year coming around, we're gonna be hosting another event, so we're gonna announce that very soon. But you want to join the mailing list, grab some merch, put a little wind in the sail here. We really appreciate it. And go to dohardthingsnation.com. You can learn more about what we do here. So, all right, let's dive into today's topic: the 4 A's of appreciation. And the first one is
Angie.
Appreciation.
No, I'm just kidding.
What did you say?
I said Angie.
Angie's okay. There's 5 A's. There's 5 A's of appreciation. Make sure you appreciate Angie.
Yes, appreciation. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what do you, Angie? What do you think about the topic? Well, before we get into appreciation, you're always saying, "Hey, we got to make someone smile." And that's a form of like gratitude. So what are your thoughts on the topic of gratitude?
So gratitude is something, if you're not naturally inclined psychologically to be grateful, it's something that you have to teach yourself how to do. You have to practice it a lot and make it a habit, because for some people it doesn't come second nature or first nature, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. Second nature doesn't sound right, but I think that's the right term. Anyway, and it's for me. So just an example: when I wake up in the morning, I even if my first thought is, "Oh my goodness, I'm so tired," I'm like, I try to switch that just really quick, like, "Hey, real quick, what are we going to be grateful for today? Who are we grateful for today? And how are we going to set the tone for the day?" And these are things that I think about while I'm stretching before, you wake up and you get that good stretch in, and I'm like, okay, I'm grateful for, like this morning, actually, sometimes I'm grateful for this comfortable bed and these comfortable pillows, and I feel it, right? Um, and that sounds silly, right? But it's how I start my day. Um, yeah, the other day I went out and took a run. It was, I don't know, it was nighttime, and I'm lucky enough to have this really nice track across the street from the hotel, and went out there and ran. And I just kept thinking, man, it is just so beautiful, and I'm so thankful to be here in this learning environment that I'm in right now. And it's everything I do, I try to incorporate a grateful thought into it. Everything.
Yeah, and it's a practice, and to your point, it's on your mental dashboard, so you're thinking about it. I know
Mhm.
as I have practiced it more and more, when I start to find myself like complaining, like I'm running, oh, this sucks.
Mhm.
Okay, stop, stop. I'm grateful that I have the health and ability, because people would give anything to be able to do what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
It's cold out, but it is a beautiful, crisp morning. And I try to it's almost like, the Jedi mind trick, that these aren't the droids you're looking for, right? You're
Yeah.
keeping the negativity or flipping the script.
Mhm.
And it's simple. And to your point, it sounds silly. I'm grateful for these warm sheets and pillows, but
Yeah.
it's absolutely true. I have been without, and you have as well, right? And
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
taking a moment to acknowledge that, you know what? I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be grateful. And it brings you, it just centers you. And
Mhm.
the more you do it, it becomes like second nature. Like to your point, before you hopped on this morning, you're talking about, chugging your water. And this morning you almost went without it, but your body's like,
Yeah.
whoa, wait up. Nope, we're chugging water.
Yeah.
You can program your mind to do the same thing and look at the good. And I think you talk about it all the time. So you've been practicing it long enough that it comes second nature to you.
It is. It is.
And
Sometimes
I've been something. It's something that I have been working on. And oh, good.
oh no, no, it's just it takes a lot of hard work, but you feel it internally. Like your body changes when your brain changes, when your heart changes, when you can't just think about gratitude. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right? So you have to think grateful thoughts, but you also have to feel it. You have to force yourself to feel it. And that's where a lot of people get hung up. Like they're like, "Oh, I mean, it's great to look in the mirror and say these mantras, right? So do that. I'm not telling you not to do it, but you got to add that piece in and start learning how to feel it inside. And when you feel it inside, your entire life will change. Your entire your
Absolutely.
energy will change, your brain waves will change, everything will change when you t- put those 2 points together.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Sorry.
and just to your point, feeling it. And a great thing that I learned, or a method that I learned, is when you're in gratitude, like put your hand on your heart. That's something I got from Tony Robbins, and feel your heartbeat. And when you're in true gratitude, when you're like truly grateful and you're feeling it, it pulls you out of whatever mood. Like it's impossible to be angry or upset or experiencing negative mood when you are in deep gratitude. And a great way to feel is just feel your heart. Like your heart's a gift. You don't have to
Mhm.
do anything for this heart to beat in you. And as long as you have this heart beating, like you have life, right? And that's enough to be grateful for, despite whatever challenge you're facing or whatever you're going through, just to recenter yourself back to your natural state. To your point,
Mhm.
sounds silly, but it's incredibly powerful when you really think about it and feel it. And so it's great to know. That's why this topic is so important. And studies have shown time and time again, if you have a gratitude practice, it will elevate your mood. It will elevate your happiness. You'll get better quality of sleep. Your relationships will be better. It's one of those things that's easy to do, but easier not to do. But if you just engage in it and just if you're new to it, you're just like, man, this feels silly. Just put that aside and just do it anyway. Your life will change. Absolutely.
Yeah, it will. And you got to look
there's
around.
There's a little bit of a delay on mine.
Oh, is there? It could be mine too, because where I'm at.
Weird internet things happening.
You know, it's really easy to get stuck in the victim mindset and the blaming mindset. And we all know a lot of people who live there, right? All you got to do is talk to them, have a conversation with them, look at their social media, listen to their tone. You can identify those who are stuck in that victim mindset and that blaming mindset pretty easy. And I really think it's important, those people really, they can get out of that. They can change that. And by changing that, they can change their life. It's just like gratitude is free, and it's you can change your life by practicing it. But anyway, we'll talk about the other
free things. I love that. You can do it. It's free.
Yeah, it's free. Like it's there. You just have to do it. You just have to feel it.
With all the negativity in the world, you turn on the news and all the doom and gloom and just the constant, people that are just constantly in a negative mood, and it triggers them. Gratitude's free. And if you want kindness in the world, put it there. And I think it really starts with appreciation, which is the first A of the 4 A's. And it's like, to your point, it's free. It's just a deliberate action. So let's talk about the first one of appreciation.
Let's do it.
Appreciation, what is it? It's really an acknowledgement and recognition of the value or significance of something or someone. It's an emotional response. It can be verbal, it can be action-based, but it's really a way to express yourself. It's a way to express gratitude and respect to someone else. And showing appreciation is, it's a key to our interaction as humans with other people. It strengthens relationships, it fosters a level of positivity, and it nurtures growth in, every aspect of your life, both in your personal life and your professional life. And so, just a simple way, the greatest human desire is to feel loved and appreciated, to feel heard, right? And so by giving someone the opportunity to feel appreciated and just listen to, you're giving a tremendous gift. I mean, doesn't it feel good to, like, when you're to have your voice heard and someone to acknowledge, that, yeah, you know what, I appreciate what you're saying. It feels good to be heard and understood.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to raise somebody's self-esteem, show them some appreciation, compliment them.
Absolutely.
give them something, give them true words and feelings, gratitude, and their self-esteem will be boost. Will raise, will be boost. It's Monday morning, folks. Sorry. Their self-esteem will
be boost.
Will be boost. You're going to make them feel valuable and worthwhile. And it's just so easy to give someone a compliment. And when I say compliment, don't be not shallow, but really hey, you know what? I appreciate what you did there. That was, and then back it up with the reason why. Hey, I appreciate this, and this is why. And you're gonna make somebody's day.
Absolutely. Another simple way is by just simply saying thank you. All right. Have you ever done something for someone and you say thank you and they don't respond? Did you just hear what I said? I said thank you. It's something that you can do to anyone. You can, to strangers, to people that you know. And it's just the simplest and most direct way to express appreciation is simply just saying thank you. Thank you for your contribution to whatever it is you've done for me. I just really appreciate it. Another way is just a specific compliment. I appreciate how you always remember everyone's birthday. What's something I appreciate about Angie is every time that we have, like, no matter what, I'll forget about it sometimes, but she'll be like, you know what, before make sure you make someone smile, right? When I think about Angie, I always think about making someone else smile, and I appreciate that constant reminder. And she does a great job of making everyone feel great because of that. And so, tailoring specific to that individual person goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Another way, and it stands out, especially because no one does this anymore, but a handwritten note or a card that expresses thanks in some way. People hang these things up on their refrigerator now because they're so few and far between. But just a note. You go and get their address and might put a stamp on it, and mail it to them. Like, mail goes out. It doesn't just come in the form of a bill. You can actually send a letter to someone. And, it's just basically just a simple thank you note or a card goes a long way.
You know what? This is,
well, Lacey
we
says,
are
I
not.
appreciate both of you. I appreciate
Oh, we appreciate you, Lacey. First Form. We're not sponsored by them. We're not doing a commercial here. But every time you order from First Form, you get a handwritten note from an employee there. And you don't know that person, but it's just, I absolutely love getting handwritten notes from anybody, really anybody. And they always have something positive to say. And it's just, it makes it a personalized experience and you feel like you got somebody in your corner.
Well, when you purchase a Do Hard Things shirt from the Do Hard Things Nation store, you also get a handwritten note. So
yes,
if you're looking for that, we provide that.
That's right. That's right.
But I think that's one of the key. That's one of my favorite things about First Form, and that's where, like when I purchased some things from them, I'm like, and we started this, like, we want to make sure that we replicate that in some way, shape, or form. And I think it's awesome that a company that large does that, right? And that they're able to keep up with that. And that's like a core value that they have. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think it's really cool that every time, sometimes you'll get a surprise note from the Do Hard Things Nation in your mailbox, something that you weren't expecting. That is awesome too.
That's pretty cool. I'll be honest, I kind of slacked on that as of late, so I need to get back on that. But it was pretty cool to be able to do that. So, yeah. No, but bottom line, a handwritten note or gesture goes a very long way. It's pretty cool. So,
yeah,
written expression. Next form of appreciation is just an act of kindness. Just doing something nice for someone else. Just a kind gesture. Like, I don't know, it could be a random act of kindness. Like, I like to go when I go to Starbucks. Maybe give an extra. I used to give an extra $5. Now it's got to be like $10 because the coffee is like twice the price. But maybe I'd be like, hey, buy the next person that comes up, the coffee's on me, right? And it just feels good. And the employees are always like, it wasn't even for the employees, but the employees light up. They think it's so cool to be able to do that, right? It might be something as simple as holding the door for someone, maybe picking up some trash, but just some type of act of kindness for someone else. Michelle says, I use my Do Hard Things note from my purchase as my bookmarks. I appreciate that unexpected delight when I order some. Well, thank you, Michelle. We appreciate it. Michelle's a former Do Hard Things Weekly Spotlight winner. We appreciate you.
She's awesome. Good morning, Michelle. I miss you. Okay. Continuing on.
It's awesome. But an act of kindness of some kind, doing something selflessly for someone else. Super cool feeling. And we need more.
I was going down the hallway the other day, and this housekeeper was pushing this huge cart, and she had to get through a door that you have to use a key to open the door to get through. And of course, the door opens towards you, And so I put my stuff down. I was like, hey, let me get that door for you. She's like, oh, no, you have somewhere to be, ma'am. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no, really, it's okay. And you would have thought that I like gave her $100 bill, but she was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. It really is the little things, guys. Don't overthink it. Don't think it's not enough. Every and any little thing that you do for someone else, you don't know how big of an impact that is to them. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
It's the little things that add up. There's a compounding effect to just the little things that don't seem like they matter. They do matter. Because that could be the best interaction that person's had that day, because you don't know what they're going through, right? And so that's why it's good to be kind, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Lorenzo, good morning. He's going to Wyoming. What are you doing? I bet you're going hunting. Lorenzo's on his way to Wyoming. Man, I want to go to Wyoming.
Lorenzo,
where's my invite?
I know.
Appreciate you, brother. All right. Next, so we're already at 6:20, so we're probably going to have to break this particular podcast up, the 4 A's. We'll probably get just the first 2 today. We'll do the next 2 next week. Let's talk about the next A, which is he's going on an elk hunt. That's cool, man. Make sure
that is awesome,
man. Get an elk so we can get some jerky. Show us some appreciation and love with some elk jerky. Great.
Yes.
All right. So the next A, we'll just do 2 A's this week, and then we'll do 2 A's next week. So this next one is approval. First one was appreciation. Now approval. Approval, as it relates to expressing gratitude, is recognizing and affirming someone's qualities, their decisions, their actions. And when you approve of someone, you're essentially giving them some positive reinforcement to boost their confidence, affirm their self-worth. And there's a variety of different ways of doing this. The first one is verbal affirmation. So you might say something, you know what? I approve of how you handle things. I approve your approach. I think you're on the right track with this. It kind of just, you're basically acknowledging someone and you're like, you know what? Thumbs up, brother. I appreciate how you're handling that. And it gives a sense of like encouragement. It's just a way of I don't know, just reinforcing their decisions, because I know when I'm like in a leadership role, or I'm trying to guide people, and I'm worried, it's good to get like, hey, I think that's awesome. We're on the right track. I support, basically saying I support you, right? And that feels really good. You can, supportive actions when someone is making a decision. If you're a leader or you're following someone, by standing up and acknowledging someone's decision publicly. Like, I don't know if you ever had an incident, I'm sure you have, where you were like, there was a new change or a new decision that had to be made that might be uncomfortable for the leader to express, because it was going to be a big change up. And then someone stands up and says, you know what, I think this is a great idea, and this is why, and I appreciate and I support that endeavor. It feels good to be able to do that for someone that's in that position. And you're basically publicly stating that, you know what, I stand by them, even if there's like dissent. You're showing your trust and approval of their judgment. Also, it could be in the form of like defending or advocating someone else, maybe questioning, or I don't know, when you're basically publicly saying that I approve of you. That feels really good. And it takes some courage to do that sometime, especially if it's like something bigger, like a decision that has to be made.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it could be a professional endorsement. This, all the time I'm getting, once every couple of weeks, I'm always getting someone that wants a letter of recommendation or a referral for a job or something like that. And it's an honor to be able to do that for someone else. That they trust me enough to give that to them, that they've asked that of me. And so anytime that you find an opportunity to endorse someone else, I like on LinkedIn, because you can actually go in there and randomly, you can do this randomly, like go through your LinkedIn. And you can give them like an endorsement on skills. You can give them a little, a review, if you will. And that goes a really long way on LinkedIn, because you see the collection of them. And so that's a simple way of doing that. Yeah. You ever done that? I'll go on LinkedIn and do that.
I'm not on LinkedIn.
Oh, you got to get on LinkedIn.
All the different social media things. Let me get a handle on
LinkedIn. I will say TikTok, LinkedIn is a little boring. It's like, I always feel like LinkedIn is good, but it feels like I'm it's gotten better over the years, but it used to feel like, you ever take an online class and you got to go to the message board and put your obligatory like comment on the board. Yes, Harold. I also agree with, how professional, I don't know, whatever the topic is, right? It just feels a little stuffy, right? Where Facebook, we can share memes and, you know, you can, it's a little bit
Craig
like more real. That's why I like Facebook, because I feel like I can be me.
Craig said, get your life together, Angie. I'm trying, Craig. I'm trying. And he appreciates us both, and we appreciate you, Craig.
I appreciate you, Craig. I appreciate your little shorty shorts that you wear every morning you post.
Silkies.
The silkies. Yes.
Oh.
Get your life together, Angie.
Sorry. Yes, I know.
But yeah, Angie, so when, you know, we're in the 21st century and there's this platform called LinkedIn. It's almost like it's like a live
I know what it is.
breathing
It's just
job resume.
So many things. Oh my God, just so many things. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Well, that's a really cool feature,
But
though.
that's a cool idea.
To be able
like
to review people. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, and it goes a long way because you might be able to help someone out as far as like getting their next role or their job or something like that. So public approval is pretty cool. Well, you know, honors, awards and honors, like, you know, maybe giving someone an award or public recognition of some kind. That's one of the reasons that we do, you know, we do the weekly winner here on the Do Hard Things Nation podcast. We want to acknowledge someone for doing something awesome. And we take, you know, we take nominations from others, and it's a way to just publicly say, hey, this person's doing some pretty cool stuff, and we appreciate you. We're going to send you a shirt. This person recognized you for that, and that's why we do it, because it feels good. For some people, it could be a little like, I don't know, I don't want to, but you're allowing someone else to care for you, so just accept it. It's a good thing.
That's right. Just accept it.
Just accept the love and the appreciation.
Yeah.
And so, you know, just publicly sharing. I don't know. Another way of doing it is just mentoring someone, guiding someone, offering guidance and mentorship is a form of approval. Well, to be honest, you wouldn't mentor someone that you thought sucked, right? You see something in them, and so you appreciate them.
Yes. I'm just going to say
there's a harsh way of saying that, but but it is a form of approval. Like, you're approving of them. That's the angle that this one comes right at. So you want to invest time because you see their potential and growth. And if someone does suck out there, you need to probably and you have the ability to help them, you probably should. So that's a form of approval.
Yes.
And then celebrating success. Like, if someone has some level of success, you know, just acknowledge them in some way. Like, just, hey, I saw what you did there. I appreciate that. It could be publicly. It could just be I don't know, something off line. Like, yeah, I saw that you had. I love seeing people, like, when they I don't know, something could be like, hey, we're celebrating our anniversary, and they're sending them a note like, hey, I think that's awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah. Amanda Banks, man. Hey, Amanda, I appreciate you. You just ran 100 miles. I'm sorry, Jay. I think we have if you're listening to us and we're talking over each other, it's because we have a delay. So sorry, guys. But Amanda, I just wanted to give a shout out to Amanda Banks real quick. She just recently ran a 100-miler, and I think that's amazing. And you are super, super duper awesome. Great job. I appreciate you.
It's pretty baller. The 100 miles is no freaking joke. That is an amazing feat for sure. Well done. Yeah. Which one was it?
Yeah. Oh, don't ask me that. I don't remember.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I know. I just thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. That's the reverse. That is the reverse way to appreciate someone.
Exact opposite. Put him on the spot. So.
Sorry. Okay, go
ahead. All right. Well, hey,
yeah.
We're only going to do 2 A's today, but the challenge to all of you that are listening, we're in the spirit of giving. You want kindness in the world? We got to sprinkle that stuff everywhere, right? Because there's a lot of doom and gloom. And I'm a big fan of Jordan Peterson. You know, it's like, you want to change the world, you start by making your bed. You start by, you know, pouring into your circle of influence, and you can only control what you can control. So if you're feeling like, you know, God, the stuff in Gaza, Washington, whatever is going on, like, hey, start by just being cool. Just be nice. Start with having gratitude for yourself and putting some kindness in the world. That has a butterfly effect, and we need more of that now more than ever. And so the first 2 A's are appreciation and approval. So my challenge to you is deliberately find 3 ways each day to deliberately approve of someone or appreciate someone in some way, shape, or form. And it doesn't have to be anything grandiose, just something very, very simple, like Angie had said earlier, and keep it simple and do that for an entire week. And we come back next week, we'll give you the second 2 A's, and it's going to be awesome. And then we're going to challenge you again to apply those in your life. So Absolutely. There you go. That's how we apply. That's how we put some kindness out there.
Yep.
So, all right. So speaking of appreciation and approval, let's switch now to our weekly winner. This one's probably, this is definitely one of my favorites for sure. They're all awesome that we have here. But this one, and I'll explain momentarily why I think it's so cool.
And thank you guys
this is Jeff Holly, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say thank you guys for giving us recommendations on our weekly winners. Let's keep them rolling. All right, Jeff Holly. Here we go.
Yeah, this is Jeff Holly. He's from Springfield, Missouri. And there was so we have a trail across Missouri called the Katy Trail. It's 225 miles. It stretches across the state of Missouri. It used to be an old railroad line that they've made basically a path. It's a gravel path. People travel from all over the country to come out here and run or ride the Katy Trail. It's beautiful. They were supposed to have a race, and due to some complications, the race was canceled. And a 225-mile race, that's not a 5K. That's something that requires a lot of dedication to train for and show up and execute. Mm-hmm. And when the Katy Trail race was canceled, you know what? He said, you know what? I've done all this training. I'm doing this thing anyway. And that's exactly what he did. And I think it was about a week ago or so, he went out and ran. He had a team of people, and he finished running across the Katy Trail, 225 miles in 73 hours and 19 minutes, which is incredible. And I've got a couple notes. He did a race report, so I'm going to read a little bit from that. So he said, I imagine that most would consider ultra running an individual sport, but that would be a mistake. Finishing a 225-mile run takes a team. And without the people that sacrifice time out of their own personal lives, I would have never been able to get this done. Chris Hines, Dale Doolittle, Logan Woodruff, Murat Merrill, Kelly McGregor, Brueggemann deserve as much credit as I do for making this epic event come true. There might be a discrepancy in the mileage here. 229 miles, 73 hours, 19 minutes, 13 seconds. 3 pairs of shoes, 9 pair of socks, 4 hours of sleep, 0 blisters, 1 epic run. To do that with no blisters is incredible. The thing that keeps resonating with me is the people that surround me. This simply cannot be overstated. There's a bond that forms when people do very difficult things together, like the bond between men who have gone to war or family members that have survived cancer. It's a beautiful thing to have that kind of connection. I wish I could give it to everyone, but I can't. You have to go through the fire to get there. My team and I went through the fire this week. Team Fireball. Do it not for the glory, but for the love of one another. That's from Vince Lombardi. So what an incredible feat. So to Jeff and the rest of the team, we appreciate you. I had the pleasure of being friends on Facebook, so I saw it all unfold, and I was really, really, truly inspired by it. And your friend Rachel Baker had nominated you. So one hell of an effort, brother. That's pretty awesome.
Ooh, that gives me goosebumps. That gives me goosebumps. Yes. Yeah. Great job. Great job, all of you. Great job, Jeff, and great job to the team.
I think it's so cool that, you know what, they had this race. You're like, you know what, I've done all this training. I'm going to do it anyway. And he did, right? And so there was no race. It wasn't like there was like a big banner, loud music playing, a big medal to be handed out. He just went out and did it anyway, just to, say that he could, right? And had a team of people that supported him anyway. And that's pretty rad. So
it is.
So keep doing hard things. Don't let setbacks deter you from achieving what you want. That's what everything that we talk about here at the Do Hard Things Nation is all about. Yeah. So awesome. Well, Angie.
Yeah.
Hey, crush the day.
It's time to go crush the day. It's time to. I've got some people on my mind today that I'm going to try to get a smile out of, and I'm going to go do it. Just feed my brain full of information and smile while I'm doing it.
Smile while you're doing it. You can complain, you can bemoan, but what does that offer you? It doesn't do anything for you. So
that's right.
Have a sense of gratitude. I love when you're because Angie right now, if you're not aware, she's in a very difficult course right now. And you were talking about that, like, you know what, there's a lot of information and you can bemoan it and complain about it. But you know what? You have the opportunity to be there, to advance your career, to learn something new, and appreciate it and have gratitude for it anyway, right?
Yeah.
Honor the struggle.
That's right. And I'm honoring it. I'm honoring it. All right.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Angie?
Go out, make somebody smile. Don't forget. Do it.
There you go. Boom. Keep doing hard things. Hopefully we'll get this internet thing squared away. And but yeah, we appreciate everyone. We'll talk about the next 2 A's next week. We'll see you all in the next episode.